What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Tina R.
And it's your girl Tina B.
And this you got a rock star, and this is two Tinas and a rock star.
Ah,
What up, though?
what's up, you guys?
What's goody?
It's
Better
another
than
week. It's another week.
Ooh, and it's
indeed.
going by quick. We already at Wednesday already.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
going quick. It's leaving
Yep,
us quick.
that's what we do
Mm.
every Wednesday. That's what we do. You get a great show, an audio podcast with two Tinas and a rock
And a
star.
rock star.
I'm
Absolutely.
sorry. Let me put my.
Absolutely.
I got to put my little cannabis pipe down.
Yeah. Now,
Uh,
here he go.
The
so
Here,
rock
so
star
so so
lifestyle.
here he
how was
go.
y'all? Hey, listen. This is what we do every day, all day.
Okay.
How was y'all? How was y'all weekend?
Okay. Who you talking to me? Tina R? Okay.
Tina
Listen.
R. How was your
As
weekend?
usual, me and Tina B was in the streets.
Always.
We, as usual, we was in the streets. We went to a Tamika Coffee's book launch, which was awesome. It was awesome, and I got a chance to meet Big Sexy, and me and him acted a complete fool together. You hear me? We just showed all the way out. I got to meet Big Sexy. We had a good time.
Shout out to
Um,
Big Fish.
yeah. What did we do? What
No,
did we do
no,
after that?
pause, no homo. Let me say all of that too.
What? Huh?
Go ahead. I'm saying
Go
I
something
ahead.
about Big
listen.
Sexy.
When I say me and Big Sassy click, 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 we clicked. We showed up. We sure did. And then he had a drawer, and I was like, Big Sassy, go and pick my number. Pick my number. What number did he pick? It was mine.
Okay.
So I won something. I won something. I don't never won nothing. Then me and Tina, we went to game night, and I tried to tell her I don't play no games because I'm a sore loser. I said, Tina, you get me up there, I'm tipping the table over. I'm tipping something over if I lose. But I got up there and whooped Tina twice. I whooped her.
You
I
could have
whooped her
just said you won. You could have just said you won. You didn't have to say.
I'm, 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 I'm keeping the fact that she's
You see
saying
that
it's fun
shit? She
because she
made a
won.
point to be like she beat
It
me
was
twice.
fun because she won.
Golly,
If she
it
would have
was other
lost, this
people
would
in
have
there.
been a
She could have said
different.
she won. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like she could have. Yeah, you're right. She could have remixed it
Listen,
somehow.
listen,
Right.
no, I listen. I finally got some bragging rights. I told you I'm a sore loser. I whooped Tina twice. I did, man, in two different games.
We played checkers and we played what we played? Tic Tac Toe.
Yep, I beat her both times.
Oh, I got to see Tina R. Then I'm gonna redeem for you, Tina B. Don't worry about it. I got you.
All
I'm
right.
about to see about her. This
Get
is
her.
a 2 game
Get
man.
her.
Man, ooh.
Get her.
Woo. So that
So
was that was fun. That was really good. We had a good time with that, and then I think we just chilled out on that Sunday. So we just relaxed on Sunday.
yeah, so same here. Shout out to Cassandra. She owns um damn, what's the name of the pizza spot? I don't lost my dang train of thought.
Sports. What's up, pizza? Something, something pizza. Dang, I can't believe I forgot it too. Dang.
Oh, I'm gonna segue into this so beautifully.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So
Listen, I tell you what, that pizza was busting.
that pizza was good, man. We
Oh
had
no,
That pizza
I
was
ain't
we had
tripping.
a
busting.
I want
veggie
to try the
pizza
pizza.
and Spanish barbecue base. What?
Oh my
It
God.
was so good. And then she
It
brought out a peach cobbler pizza
dessert.
at the end of the night.
That
Like
part.
y'all try
Yeah.
this dessert pizza.
When
We was
we
like,
when we post
oh
it,
my God.
we'll tag her
Oh yeah, for sure.
since we
And
since we can't remember her name.
And shout out to Coffee. She had her book signing, 8K lessons. I didn't see. Shout out to her for her new book that she just came out with. I met her at a event one night as a vendor. She was vending her hats, and
Mhm.
I was talking to her, and she told me then she wanted to do some things. She wanted to make a movie out of her story, and I told her, I said, "Hey, get you a NDA before you tell me anything. Let me sign an NDA." And she said she always remember me saying that because in Atlanta people try to get you and take your idea and different stuff. So she was like, she always remember me saying that, and we've been cool ever since. So shout out to her
Okay.
That's
doing her
what's up.
book, and it's all love, man. She doing her thing out here in these streets.
Cause
Um,
you're a guru out here. You be putting people on game now.
man,
And
got to,
and it put me on game. I just started writing my book.
good,
Yeah, I
good.
just started. So I get in there whenever I get in there. Whenever I'm up at night, because I stay up late at night. I said, let me go and do
Mhm,
some writing. Let me do some writing. Do something productive.
mhm.
Facts. Facts.
Don't
That's
forget
what's
you
up.
went to your awards, Tina. You leaving stuff out. Come on now.
Sunday I went to Impact Awards.
Yeah.
Okay.
it was nice. It's more young artists, more
Oh, it was
independent.
quaint.
Yeah.
So it was quaint.
Yeah, it was more young kids there and everything, but it
Shout out
was
to my young
nice.
kings and young queens out there. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, I was watching it. I was just watching around me, just the energy of everything, but they do support each other hard, and I love that. It was like like a $1 million war show up in there. I mean, the screams and the yeah, just supporting each other was crazy, and
Wow.
I love seeing that because a lot of times people don't come out to support you, and definitely don't cheer for each other. So that was good to see that. I did a nice recap video for him, and he was happy about that. Shout out to Travis, who do that show, Impact Awards, Black Only Awards. He do all those awards for young
Okay.
independent artists. So shout out to them. It was good.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I
Would
didn't
you?
win. I didn't win. I was nominated for entrepreneur. I didn't win. This young lady named can't think of her name, but she won for entrepreneur. So shout out to them that out here doing big things out here in these streets for real though.
Okay, okay. What you did, Rockstar? What you had up? What you got going on?
Ironically, y'all talking about writing a book. I wrote a book. I was writing a book, working on my book too.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
So we both getting our right on, huh?
It's called
We.
the book of this dick.
Oh, it. Okay. All right.
Hey,
We
hey,
on
hey! Our mouth was
pause,
open.
sir.
You should have warned us. We weren't
Yep,
ready.
that's why I
We
caught you
were
when your mouth was open.
right.
Like,
We
what?
wasn't
Yeah,
even
my mouth
ready.
was open. It was open.
Yep,
It went.
yep, got y'all. Got him.
Got him.
No.
Got you, bitch.
Don't do that. Don't do that. She said, "Got you, bitch." Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I was
Everybody
not
writes
ready
books.
though, but
I
I'm
got a
prepared
book
for
for you, goddamn it. I got a book for you.
whatever. You had me thinking he really was doing the book.
Everybody turn your Bibles of Dick to the chapter of Dick.
Oh, here
Verse
you
Dick.
go.
In the beginning, God made Dick.
I'm so sick
All
of
right.
you and yours. Okay, you and yours is doing too much.
Hey, the Rockstar Life congregation is coming together. I'm making a church. I'm telling you now. I'm about to make a new religion called Rockstar Life. See, they
Oh
following
my
everything else. They can
goodness.
follow
You're
me.
doing too much.
Oh
But
boy.
okay, my weekend, my
Hilarious.
weekend. Let's see.
Huh.
Wow.
I can
From what I
imagine.
was,
What
from
you can
what I
share with
remember.
us. What you can share, sir.
Okay, so Friday kicked it, house party. Shout out to my sister who just makes things come together with her
Shout out.
brothers and nephews, my sons, all that, like everything.
Okay.
I was so gone. I got the whole party drunk, and didn't nobody want to get drunk. I got everybody drunk,
See.
and then I wind up falling face first.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Well, not my face hit the concrete, but my body went straight
down.
for it.
Yeah,
And I
well,
was
look,
in my
and listen,
fresh
I know
Atlanta
about
Braves.
falling.
I was in my Atlanta Braves too. I was like, oh man, not the fresh jersey. But
Mm,
yeah,
mm,
so
mm.
that was
Was you all
Friday.
right though? Was
Saturday.
good?
Huh?
You
Was you all
okay?
right though?
Oh, I'm great. I'm talking to y'all.
Oh, that
Mm.
don't mean nothing. You still could be sore. You know
If
you
I
kind
don't,
of
if I
old. Them
don't,
bones don't
look,
don't
man,
talk to you.
if I don't feel fresh and fine, I ain't talking to nothing. I
Mhm.
will tell y'all, nigga, I got the flu.
Okay.
I'm sick right here looking at myself. Look at me.
Uh, look at me. All right. So
Okay,
what we doing?
Sunday. Hold on, Sunday.
Okay. There's more.
Yeah.
Dang,
Okay,
dang,
God.
there's more.
Okay, what did I do Saturday? I don't remember what I did Saturday or Sunday.
Okay, don't even worry
I
about
do
it.
remember. I did some stuff, and whoever was around. Shout outs to y'all. Okay, and then Monday was 420.
Oh, don't nobody care about no 420.
Well, tell yourself what you want. Let me tell you my quick experience. Uh, I decided, hey, I got some people with me. I'm like, hey, my little bro one time made some weed infused taco meat.
How you do
Am I
that?
gonna? Well, I know how to make infusions, period. But I
But how
never
you
did
make?
it with the taco.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Ew.
gonna, I might do a little reel on how to y'all can make that at your home very
Yeah,
quick.
we don't want it.
Okay, so I made this can of oil with coconut oil, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pour all of that into the taco meat seasoning that's already cooked, and I'm gonna let it cook into it. Okay, no problem. Burning, smoking, 420.
Mm-mm.
We eat the tacos here. We eating tacos. And we thinking everything's good. And the world started to get wobbly.
Lord, he know he
I
did too
put
much.
too much edible oil I put into the food. Nigga was up on Tuesday morning. I'm going towards Marietta. I felt like the puff guy from goddamn Ghostbusters.
He's stupid. Why are we letting him still talk? Why are we
I,
still letting him
I
talk?
felt so bad
Why?
driving down the street. I wanted to go to a cop and say, I'm so sorry that I did this to myself. I'm endangering lives, including my own. Get this
Oh
shit
my
off
god.
me.
He's so
What the
stupid.
fuck is this shit?
Why are we letting him still talk? He's so stupid.
Oh
Hey,
Why?
my God.
Jesus.
my body was
Listen.
like a wet rubber band, man. But that was my weekend,
Okay.
and I recovered. I'm here. I'm
Thank
delivered.
you. And
I'm delivered.
you still going.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still going. I'm delivered. I'm delivered.
Good.
Okay. He ain't delivered, but he's still whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll take it.
delivered.
We'll
That's
take
what a
it.
T.
Okay.
That's a difference.
We'll
But
take
go
it.
ahead. What we talking about tonight?
Well, we are going to talk about all matters concerning divorce.
Ew.
We're going
Have
to talk
you
about,
have you ever
have
been
you been
divorced?
divorced? I have. Tina R. Yes, I've been divorced.
I've been divorced, Tina B.
Well, you know who I am, and never.
We know you ain't never did nothing, sir.
Ain't never did nada.
Okay, so do you want to get married ever?
Hell yeah, I want to get married
Oh,
eventually.
I can't believe he said yeah.
Yeah, I would love to get married.
I
One
was
wife,
thinking I
two
was
wives,
going to
three
hear a no.
wives.
So
One
what you
wife, two
waiting
wives,
on?
three wives. It all works for me.
What you waiting on?
What am I waiting on?
Yeah.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Uh-oh.
Shit. I'm
Uh-oh. You
waiting
know when a
on,
black man
waiting
start
on.
with shit, it's gonna be some
Yeah, it's a
bug.
whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
Whole bunch of
what? How
stuff.
much I got in my pocket? Let me see. Shit. But I was just saying, like, it's a lot of things that I've got to come to grips with when it comes to the marriage period, the process, the government, everything. So
All
that's been
right.
a lot of hindrance for me.
Okay.
So
I just
it's
do
it's
things a
not
little
it's
different.
not one thing to say, you know what? If I see this, boom, I'm getting married. It's not one thing that she can
No, he's
make
one of
that
Hell no, ain't
them.
that,
One
ain't
of
that
make that
one
those.
thing any
make
woman can
that
do to
little
make a man
flickle in
say,
your heart strings and say, you know what?
no woman on the planet can do one thing to make a man want to say lifetime
To
for her
you,
one
sir.
thing.
Clearly, say to you, not to
So
everybody.
what? So
Because
you mean
some
to tell
men
me men
do.
are married? Wait a minute, men are married because a woman did one thing?
No,
Okay.
she just being herself, and he loved that fact of her being her, and he wanted her
That is
to
one
be with him
thing. That's
forever.
like
So
35 things.
you just say you what you feel. Don't say all the
Well,
men that
I
is
feel,
just
I
men
feel
out
like,
there.
I feel like. Listen, I feel. I know I want to get married. I know how I want to get married. Now, do I want to rush to do that? I'm not in a rush to do that because I want to do more insight on how to do it the way I want to do it.
You know what? I'm afraid to ask, but I'm gonna do it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Ask
How you
him.
want to get
Without the
married,
government,
sir?
I'm gonna go on. Listen, I'm a mind reader. Without the
How
government,
you want to do it, sir?
without the government involved.
Well, do I have a spiritual wedding? You ain't gotta have the government involved.
Yeah, but then you still got things that are tied as if that's your wife by spiritual, and then
Well,
y'all
they're making
own
it now.
businesses and
Excuse me,
things of that
sir.
nature, and
They're
then
making it
prenup.
now that if you've been with somebody longer than 2 years, you're already considered husband and
That's
wife.
common
That's
law,
what they're
but
making it now. So,
common law is
if
like
that's what you
tacky.
want, the government is not
I don't
included in
want to
that, so you
default.
want
No,
common
I
law.
want to. No, I want a spiritual wedding. I want to leave the United States of America
A
and
spiritual wedding, even if
meet.
you're doing a spiritual wedding, you're doing a spiritual wedding. That's still gonna include God and all that other stuff, which is
No,
stuff you
well,
like.
no, well, depending on the God that you're asking for that
And this is
union to
what I'm
be blessed
saying.
with.
Who Jesus? This is a
So
whole
if I go somewhere and I want to do an African traditional wedding, I
nother.
don't want the United States in this union that we've made. We know what we are. Everybody in my family, friends, everybody knows what we are. But then when you come back to the States, it becomes a different situation, especially if y'all own businesses or trying to start businesses to sustain your marriage. That starts to become an issue because now you're classifying her as a wife, and then it's overseas, and we know the climate we in right now with who doing what they doing. So once they hear overseas, it sends red flags, which now stifles us from being able to get certain loans or grants or doing what we need to do. You get what I'm saying?
Because it's in their eyes, it's not considered legal. That's just the bottom line.
Well, who said that their eyes were the eyes of God?
I mean, we have a government, and the government it does what it does. So I mean, either you're gonna get. I mean, I don't give a damn who do it. If he want to marry me, I don't care where we do it at. As long as I'm married, he's my husband, and it's recognized.
I feel
I
you on that.
to tell you the truth, I can marry and bury right now.
You
I
said
can marry.
Mary and Barry. It's the
Yes,
words Mary and Barry. Them two
because
words.
only you can only do that if you're a certain. I can marry people, and I can also do eulogies. I can do eulogies for people's funerals,
Oh,
so I
you're
can do
saying
both.
as the official, the
Yes,
officiatory.
yes,
Okay,
I can do that. I can marry you in your front room if you want to get married in your front room. I can do that.
I
If you
get
want to
that.
get married in the park, I can marry you in the park. I can marry you in the church. I can marry you anywhere.
Well, we're gonna be in Africa by a waterfall.
I'm not
You
going there.
what?
I'm not going there.
So you couldn't officiate my the rock star's wedding in Africa under
I
a beautiful waterfall with
uh,
Toucan Sam flying around talking to us about eat his cereal.
ooh, I don't know. That's a long ride, sir.
Oh my goodness.
I've been there twice.
I've never.
Once you do it the first time, you can do it 3 times.
I've never really flown but once, and I've really been afraid to fly. So we not gonna go to Africa to do nothing. We gonna do that right here.
It's just an 11-hour trip.
Okay, well that's a long time for me. Anything can happen in them 11
Man, you
hours.
can get in the car with your girls and take 10 hours to get to Miami from right where you at. What you talking about?
No, I'm down
And
for
you wasn't
Miami though.
to get pulled over, flats, accidents, construction. Think about all that. All we got to deal with is clouds and birds.
And what he, I'm done with him. See, he's so stupid. I can't even do this with him.
Well, that
Why?
ratio dropped
Why?
down to
Why do you
2%.
have me and him be going at each other? Why? I cannot
It's a
do him. I
2%
cannot
ratio
take
compared
him.
to
Listen,
yikes.
all right, divorce. Let's go on into this topic.
Okay, so let me
Divorce.
ask y'all, when did it, okay, because back in the day you used to jump the broom and you were married. Boom. So when
Not
did the
only that,
government hold on. When did the government get involved to be like, okay, you gotta sign papers, you gotta say what y'all gonna split, you gotta say what you're gonna do. When did the government get involved? Did anybody know the year, or has it always been like that?
I
no,
know
but I can
exactly when
find
that
out. And
happened.
it wasn't all, and it wasn't always jump the broom. It was once a man went into a woman. Once a man had sex with a woman, that was considered his wife.
I can tell you exactly when that law went into effect. And y'all might not like this answer, but you can research it yourself.
When
That
was it?
I
came
can
into
ask,
play
I can ask Ziggy right now, and he'll tell me.
when that came into play was when they gave women affirmative action. That's when the divorce and prenup things where women started winning came into play. Not saying that was a bad thing. I'm just saying it didn't start until then.
When was
That was
that
in
though?
like the 70s. That was in the 70s. The
Oh.
60s, the 50s, the 40s. You don't really hear of any time of anybody. They'll
No,
just say we
yes,
divorced.
sir. Because back then you had to have a blood test to get married. My mother
Well,
got
no, I
married in
mean,
the
okay,
'50s.
we talk about divorce. When they were ready to leave, it was, yeah, I got divorced from Earl, and then I found
No,
Deacon
back then you
and
could put it
Deacon,
in the
and we got
newspaper. If
married and
he,
had children. They
you
never
could,
said nothing about prenups. They never said that we had to litigate with lawyers. They never said anything like that. When you see your great grandmamas and all them talking about that, they never talked about that had to be even a plausible situation. When they would talk about somebody they were married to that had some money, he might have left her a little money, or they'll say, he just left me high and dry. I just had to get it how I live, basically, and just
I
figure it all out. And
I
that's how
never
I raised.
I never even heard
So
of them say divorce back in that day.
they
they,
did
they,
not use that word. That word, it wasn't until women got affirmative action where they could say, well, now that you consider me an integral part of the United States system and the government, because I have to report taxes as a woman now. I have to do all of this, and I could be a CEO. I can do this. I can do that. Was when they started coming with divorce, prenups, separation. They didn't use the word separation back then. They just was separated. He on
Mm-hmm.
the other side of town, and I know who that lady is, and I know he got a kid and stuff. They never used the word separation. That became a legal word. That's why you hear people say we're legally separated. You
Mm-hmm.
know how many girls I went on dates with? They were like, I'm legally. Girl, stop. Just say y'all ain't fucking with each other right now. Y'all might get back together. That's all you
Mm-hmm.
got to do. All this extra shit. But it didn't start until women got their rights. And women started saying, hey, these rich dudes I'm messing with, he got more money than me. I ain't about to be left out in the cold now that I got a voice. Let me get this
Right.
money.
Do you think it's
And
an
that's how that
issue?
happened.
You think it's an issue with people still holding on to their husband name?
no, because you can get
Oh, I'm gonna
divorced and
avoid
keep
that question.
you can get divorced and keep the name, or you can go back to your own name.
Tina B,
Right.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
But but I'm saying, do you think it's a problem when women do keep the name though? As
I'm
a
out
man,
there.
do you feel like she holding on to him by keeping that name?
No, no, absolutely not. I kept my husband's name.
Mm.
My everything was in my. I was born a Taylor. When I got married, my name changed to Robinson. That means my ID got changed, my driver's license was changed, my social security card. Those things was changed. So now that's my name. You
Yeah, but
nigga, you can't have that back. No,
you
you
could have
can't
took
get it
it
back.
back.
It's mine. I
You
earned it. It's
you could
mine.
have, but you could have went back though.
I didn't want to go back. It's mine.
But it's not. It's his name.
No, it's mine. It's our name. That's ours.
I
You
went
gave it
back to
to me.
my name. I was
Yeah,
like,
no, I can't.
I was Tina Turner. All I want is my name.
You
I went
stupid.
back to
Not,
my name.
and that's what I said. All I want is to keep my name. I kept my name.
Why
Mm.
though?
I ain't want his
Okay,
name.
my reason may not be the same as everybody's reason, and you'll find out a lot of that in my book. I didn't want to go back to my name.
Okay, okay. I'm already. I'm smelling what you're selling. So
Okay.
okay, I
And
can't. I'm
my
there.
husband wasn't a
I'm there
bad
with you.
person. I didn't.
No, but I get what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
the lineage may not have been the best though.
What you mean?
Like you might not have want to been associated with the lineage of that.
Of what? Of
You
my name?
kept you kept his last name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that lineage. The lineage of him is Jeffrey Osborne, Clay Osborne. Those are my in-laws. I married into Jeffrey Osborne's family. I married his nephew. I kept my name.
Okay, I thought you said that you. Okay, so
I
okay,
didn't want to keep
Tina
my
B
name.
got rid of it. You kept. Okay, I get what
Yeah.
you're saying.
I didn't want to keep my name because a lot of things had happened in my name. So this
No,
here,
oh, that's why I was trying. No, no. Okay, you brought me back, man. I'm still
yeah,
in 420 week. So
I
listen,
was coming out of 420.
no,
So
no.
this
But
here
I'm just
gave me
saying.
a new
No, I'm saying
beginning.
no. We're gonna stay here in 420. But what I'm saying is this: I get it because that name that you keep may
Meant
not be
something
the
to me.
name that you want to keep for certain reasons, and you kind of want to disassociate yourself from that.
No, that name for me was a new beginning, and I kept my name.
No, you kept the man you married's name. I'm saying your
Exactly.
birthright name.
I earned that name. That's mine. And if somebody says take it back,
Man, that sounds so crazy. That sounds so goddamn crazy.
To you,
There's billions of
like I
humans on
said,
this earth,
you
and you
don't
earn one name. You just gonna keep that forever? Like,
no,
come
you
on,
don't
man.
understand. You don't understand. If what to understand why I kept it, you have to understand my past, what I went through, and when I got that name, it was something different. It was new. I was reinventing myself at
Don't
some
tell
point.
your book. Don't tell your book.
I'm not telling my book. I'm just saying for me, it had meaning. And like I said, only reason I got divorced is because at that time I didn't know how to forgive. If I knew how to forgive, I'd still be married to my husband. He wasn't a bad guy. He made one mistake and I was out. I didn't want to forgive nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. I gotta go. See you later. Bye. Let
Okay,
the
so
whole
now,
stick.
Dad, we talking about divorce. You just brought up a trigger question here. So, without explaining y'all business
Yeah.
respectfully,
Yeah.
uh, what be the reasons? Like, let's think about this now. What be the reasons that y'all be like, you know what? Fuck this marriage.
Most of the time it's infidelity, but the nigga was doing infidelity before you got married. So now that you married, now you can't forgive him, but you could forgive him when you wasn't married. That's the biggest one for me is infidelity.
That was
Infidelity will. I'm saying that. I'm saying that. I'm asking you things that will make you divorce.
I just told you infidelity,
What do you consider infidelity?
cheating, man.
What is cheating? Because who are we cheating? What are we cheating?
Ooh, he about to work my last nerve, sir, man.
Hey, listen, human
Okay,
psychology
what are we
major.
cheating? If I'm married to somebody, you are not supposed to be having sex with nobody else, sir. You are not supposed to be entertaining a whole nother family on the other side of town, sir. You are not supposed to be taking another woman out doing wifely things with her, and you don't do that things with me. Those are things you're not supposed to be doing with somebody else when you are married.
Okay, so when you get married, you are a union, a bond. Is basically like even when you do the signatures with the government, is a contract, correct?
It's not a contract.
It is a contract. If I'm
Uh,
signing papers and you're signing your name and I'm signing my name
yeah.
to an
it's not.
agreement,
You're
that's a
not. It's
contract.
not a contract, Damien. You've
It
never been
is.
married, so you've
Tina,
never been
Tina
It
B,
married,
is.
so
It's
you
a
can't say
contract.
it's a contract. It's not a
is it not a
contract.
contract?
It
It's a
is a contract.
contract.
It's
Marriage
It's a
okay.
is a
contract.
contract.
This number one, y'all two are not coming from the place where I'm coming from, so I'm telling you it's not a contract. But you can say
No,
it's a
I'm
contract.
asking you this question. Listen, I'm trying to reel it in. So I'm asking you in literal, technical terms, because signatures are involved. Marriage is a contract, a binding thing that you say, this is my vow to this union, which could be a business considered a union, and your end of saying, I'm going to make my vow to this business or union, correct? It's
It's
a
not a
contract.
contract. It's becoming one.
Let's just say for the sake of fuckery, that is a contract, okay? In that contract, you never said in front of God and everybody, if you sleep with somebody, I'm gone. If I find out you on the
If I
phone
tell you
checking this
to,
girl,
you saying to
hold on,
obey
hear
and
me out,
cherish and all
hear me
those
out,
things, what does they
hear me
mean?
out, hear me out. Those are vague words. We're
Okay.
now talking specifics because don't nobody go in the goddamn divorce court talk about he ain't cherish me. That ain't the words they use. They
Well,
start
you
using
know what it
specifics.
means.
They start using specifics. If marriage is specific, then divorce gotta be specific too. You gotta play them both fairly. Because you wanted all these little key words and you wanted me to be them key words, right? Wasn't that specific? So when I'm doing something that's not in what we made the vow in the contract, and we signed that contract and said, I do, I'm willing, I'm in. And there's no clauses in what we said about cheating. Nothing
Again,
about if you get a girl
your
pregnant,
views
if
on
you got
marriage
things
and
up
my
this
views on
girl,
marriage
or if
are
you take this
different.
We
girl.
can't hear both of y'all. Can't hear both of y'all.
I'm just saying, if we're going to sit here and talk about divorce and marriage, then the reason where I come from of why I'm not is because there are a lot of blurred lines when it comes to this whole matrimony thing.
Ain't no line blurred. You know that. I mean, it's the lines ain't blurred. Y'all know what you if because if you want to be single and, and do single stuff, you should have stayed single. But when you get married because to me, I'm saying this is the person that I want to be with. I don't want to be with nobody else. I want to be with this person. So I'm going into this union. I'm not going into no contract. I'm going into a union with this person and becoming one with this person. I'm not coming into no contract. I'm coming into a union. We're
Okay,
becoming
so you
one.
say
We're gonna
union. You
build.
say union.
I can't. I finish.
Go ahead.
So we're coming together as one to build as one union. That means we not we done came in our mind. We ain't nobody gotta come tell me not to go and be with nobody else when I'm married. Ain't nobody gotta tell me that. That's common sense.
Okay, so the big business, if we're talking, let's just talk as this was companies, right? We're all
Marriage is not a
considering,
company.
listen to what I'm saying. We all consider ourselves irreplaceable. There's no
I don't.
price tag on us, right?
I don't. But go on. Go carry on.
There's no price tag on me. I feel like I am the best I can ever be, and that you can't make another me. So therefore, I am rare. You cannot buy me. You cannot replace this. You can't.
You're
Now,
replaceable.
I'm saying as me as a human, I don't walk around saying I'm replaceable. What's going
But
to
you
replace
are.
me? What's going to replace me to my
Somebody
mama?
better than you in that other
So
person's
somebody gonna be
eyes.
better than me to my mama if I die, because I'm irreplaceable to my mama. So if
To
I
your
die,
mama.
God
To
just gonna
your
send a
mama.
whole nother 40-something-year-old me and say, "Here go your new one. He's new and improved."
And he's better than the one you had. Absolutely.
Okay, well,
Carry on.
keeping it moving. I'm saying a union is still used in business sense when there is a group of people who work for something bigger. We're trying to be married and live for something bigger than us, right? The union, all of that is about something bigger than us. That's why we do it. Now, the union can look at the bigger, greater good and go, hey, look, we're not getting what we thought we were getting out of this. What was told to us, we're not getting this out of this. We're not getting that. We're not getting this. We're tired. We're overworked. We're underpaid. We're this. So we're just gonna stand off for a minute till we figure out and come to some greater terms. And I'm not talking God. I'm saying the government with how you do marriage and the society and culture of what marriage is. You are now a union. What happens when you decide, like a union at a job, to say, all right, we're going to have a walkout or we're going to have a standoff? We're not going to keep going with the norm of what you want. We want to renegotiate the terms of what we're supposed to be to y'all. We just want to renegotiate the terms, which is the same way when a person wants to be a polygamist. It's the same way if a person wants to have multiple partners, period, just as in dating. It's the same as a person. You get what I'm saying? There's a
Okay.
long line
Okay.
of different types of people when you talk about marriage and divorce. It's a melting pot of a lot of stuff. A
Okay.
lot of stuff.
I get what you're saying. But when you go to a job, you know what you're supposed to do at that job.
And do.
So once the manager come to you and say, "Hey, you got to stop, going to sleep on your, during your work job. You got to stop doing that." If a manager keep telling you that and you know it's wrong to do that shit, so why would you come in there knowing you sleep at 12 o'clock every day? Why you gonna come into a job doing that? You know what
But
you're
It,
see,
supposed to do. You're supposed
but
to
and
see,
come
you
to
but
work
feel
see,
to
like
work.
but
You
he's
don't
see, but
supposed to
see,
come to
but
trying.
see,
work. You coming
it
into a
gets
marriage to cheat. Why would you come into a marriage
no, no, no,
to
Thank
no.
cheat?
you.
Listen,
That's the part.
okay. Well, let's go ahead and break it down all the way. So I came to your job. Let's just say I did not sleep and I was a model worker at your job.
Okay.
Well, I am best friends with somebody who works for the competition of your company.
What that got to do with anything?
I'm missing days of work though at your job because I've been hanging with the person who works for the opposite company. Keep
Okay,
in
that's
mind
fine.
though,
Go
hold
work
on.
with
Keep,
them.
keep in mind though, when I clock into you, I'm doing everything that you told me to do to a T. There was nothing in the clause that told me I cannot be friends with this other person from the other job. And sometimes I might miss coming in because I hung out with this person from another job. Is
And
it
But
you're
just
do
with
I
you
know
lying,
now?
about it?
sir.
Now we're
But
talking.
do I know about it though?
No.
Exactly. So if I
It's,
don't know
it's
about it,
not
then
in
you're
the
being
clause to do
sneaky.
it. It's
You're
not in the
being
clause.
sneaky.
It's not in the clause. See, this is what happens with prenups.
It
This
doesn't
is what
have to be
happens
in the
with
clause. It's
everything.
common sense. It's common
Y'all,
sense.
no,
It's
it's
If
common
you
common.
sense.
can't tell a person, you can't tell your mate what you doing with
That's
somebody
that
else,
part.
then you're being portrayed. You're
And it's being
I'm,
betraying them
it's betrayed.
because
I'm
That's
just
right.
you can if you
how you being betrayed because when we got married in front of all the people, that preacher, that Bible, and nothing in the vows that I ever hear people say never says you better not ever cheat on me. But then it's a problem.
You
No, no,
know that
no,
before
no,
we get
no. We're
married that I
doing
don't want you to
all
cheat
this
on
shit,
me.
spending all
you know
this
not to
money,
steal
talking all
nothing.
these cute words. Who? How I know not to steal nothing?
You
How I
Your
know?
do.
mother
As a
taught you
How do
how
I
grown
know?
to.
ass
Did somebody tell
person,
me not to? Did
you know
somebody tell me not to? Did I see any sign or anything that told me there was a consequence to not steal?
Yep,
If
my
I
mother
yes.
didn't
would
see that,
whip me
then
up.
I'm
My
gonna
mother,
take
yeah.
something. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there was
If
something,
There's
but
something
you
being
still.
told to you to tell you don't do this. I don't care what y'all talk about in your private. You're now doing something in the public. So then those same private things need to be talked about in public. So when you want to run to the public, or if you run to the public, it's understood that that was stated. See, in marriage, it's all these cute words and the same old boring ass monotonous ceremonies
Coming
that
from
do the
somebody
same
who's
shit. And
never
then
been
in marriage,
married.
no, but I've been to enough and been in enough to know
Being
what the
to
fuck
and being
happened.
in is never being in it.
You know
You've
how
never
many
been
people I know?
married.
The ones that are right close up under me? Are
You've
you
never been
crazy?
married, so you can't say what a marriage is and what a marriage isn't because you've never done
I
it.
can say
You can
what
only
that
go
is.
by what you saw. You've
Let me
never
tell
been
y'all
in a
something.
marriage.
Let me tell you
Listen,
something. You know the only difference between boyfriends and girlfriends and a marriage is one is contractual. The other one is optional. I can leave you
you
as a
might want that
boyfriend or a
contractual
girlfriend.
too. I
Hold
don't
on.
want you
I
cheating on
can
me when
leave
you're doing
you.
this.
Hold
It's
on.
a contract.
I could leave and never call you back
You
as a
can leave
boyfriend.
in a marriage and never come back.
Yeah, no, because now it gets legal.
No, it doesn't. I've
Yes,
known
you're
people.
legally.
Listen,
Why do you
listen,
think they use
Rockstar.
the word
Hold on,
legally married?
Rockstar. Listen.
Legally.
I know somebody who been married and husband just walked off and left and ain't never came back, but they still married. Even
That
though he's gone doing what he want to do, or she's going do whatever she want to do, but they're still married. But so you can walk
that
away if
point
you
one
want to walk
percent does
away.
not count with 99% of how people view marriage. That point one does not compare to 99% of people who think and move the way they move when it's marriage. We are not specific. We walk in here in these fairy tale shit because every goddamn woman care about a fucking dress and can she brag about a wedding.
I
This
don't.
nigga want to
I
get it
don't.
over
I
with.
don't.
I'm
I
telling
don't.
you the
I
consensus.
don't.
I'm
I
telling
I
you.
could have got married in a justice of the peace in my living room, and it would
We're
have been
talking about
okay.
y'all are talking about y'all when I have been in at least 10 weddings. And I know tons of people who I've been at their weddings or people who I'm close to, and then they not
Those are
married no more.
materialistic people that want all that extravagant
No,
stuff.
that's every
Get married.
well,
No,
okay,
that's
No,
okay.
not
that ain't
No.
every woman now.
that's not
Don't do
every
I'm
that.
about to
woman.
say
That's
that
not
is
every
not
woman.
every woman. Come on now. Come on.
Not every
Most
woman.
women want
Absolutely
the
not.
dress. They want that they wouldn't even have a show called Say Yes to the Dress if it wasn't about the girl putting on that damn dress. They want the proposal, they want the fucking dress, and they want the wedding with the pictures and the bragging rights. Of course, I'm not mad at them. These are girls who grew up and play with Barbies. Of course they want that. But you can
I
make a
don't.
fairy tale wedding without the same normalized situation of how you do a wedding. You can do weddings however you want, the same way you should be able to do divorces, the same way you want. Nobody has wrote a law that says this is the only way you can get married. But if
When
you're gonna do those marriages and you're gonna do them vows and y'all are looking at each other, talking about what you vow to each other, I don't never hear somebody sit here and talk about, I vow to never go to a strip club, or vow to never be on my cell phone talking emotionally to a girl. You don't hear them vow, but those are vows, right? But you choose to write these old corny ass shits, and as soon as life get real, all of a sudden, oh, he don't value the goddamn aspect of marriage. Man,
So
come
what do you
on,
think?
man.
So what do you think women should do? If he cheats, understand why he cheated because it wasn't in the vows.
She should understand why he cheated.
And what's the
boy,
reason why he
I
cheated?
know he ain't talking.
That's up to that man to tell you why. We don't know. It'd be all different reasons of why. But that becomes to now your own discernment on how you will deal with whatever he told you. But you, for all you know, it could come from trauma. And you just didn't know that that deep piece of trauma was there because y'all was sitting here having your honeymoon phase and dating and he done proposed and yeah, and everybody gets lost in the clouds. Nobody's talking about real life. Then you
So
get in front of
so
all these people and don't want to talk real life in front of these people.
so you don't
We
think
should
that
get,
them as a couple have discussed that the one thing I don't play is you cheating on me. You think she ain't discussed that with him before they got
of
married?
course, of
So but
course.
he's still gonna do
So
it
why
after
does
they
it got
get
to be in the
married?
contract then?
Let me tell you like this then. If that's the case, and we have talked that, and we know that if that happened in public, you would allow your public friends to come to you and tell you and all of that, then why y'all can't have that in public as a part of your wedding? Why is that not part of the clause? Because both of y'all obviously are leaving room for error.
What? Why?
Otherwise,
What's not a clause saying it in the vows that y'all shall not cheat?
in you're vowing to a person. This is the one only time you don't get to do that tomorrow after the wedding. You did this in front of public, under God, and with the government. You made a vow to a person. So therefore, your vow should be with intention. Not some cute shit that make people say, "Oh, I need to remix that and say that to my girl." No, I bet you he won't remix it if you start talking some realness to your girl. He ain't about to remix that because he gonna be like, "Boy, I ain't about to be that guy." Kind of thing. You get what I'm saying? We're not
No, because
talking.
all of what you're saying, Damon, should be, I mean, Rockstar should be something that you already have common sense of knowing to
I vow
do.
to never leave you. I vow to love you for as long as we're together. Man, that shit could mean anything. I could cheat on you and beat on you and still love you forever. What the fuck does that mean?
You don't love me if you're beating me.
So do you think it'll
Man,
change if he say the vows on the wedding
I
day?
think it changes
Absolutely not.
if people started trending the new way of doing a wedding and saying we're gonna still do traditional. When we do these vows, we doing them different. Because this is my one time in front of everybody, basically the world, of telling you what I'm going to do, how I won't hurt you, how I plan to love you. If I'm using generic words, then that leaves a lot of room for a lot of shit that was not said under the oath of God. Because that's what they keep using. This is under God. Well, if it's under God, you better say the realest shit ever. Why are we using these candy coated, remixed ass goddamn speeches?
But you're putting everybody in one box. Everybody don't. I'm no. I'm done.
No,
Cause
because that brings us back to what you just talked about, which is when it comes to now the divorce.
and
It's very few women who start reciting the vow as the reason. Usually it's money. You
it's
fucking off,
not.
I want half the money.
When I got divorced, I did irreconcilable differences, meaning that we couldn't come to a resolution, and I didn't want anything. I just want to leave it what I came in the marriage with, and that was it. I don't want no money. I don't want no. I even refused alimony. I didn't want no alimony. Alimony can go all the way up until you get married again. I didn't want it. I just wanted to leave with what I came with, and that was that.
And
So
I feel that. But you do understand.
every woman is not out to get somebody and get everything that they can get. A materialistic woman, yeah, she's trying to get all that. But a woman who just wants to be free and just leave and just go on about her business, she is not studying about none of that, because if she did it with him, she can do it by herself.
And
Let
I
me,
understand that. That's real talk that you're saying. I'm not even telling you wrong on what you're saying. What I'm saying is this: we live in an impressionable world where grown ass people are just as impressionable as a 14-year-old. So
yeah.
when you're starting to see these people and how they divorce, it changes up the narrative on how regular people divorce. We got to be real about this, y'all. These people are impressionable. They look at how a rich person divorces and they want to do it in their own broke way. Oh, I got to get that. He got
You
that
broke,
car wash. I
ma'am.
want
You
half of
broke
that.
and he
He
broke.
got
You
this.
can't
I
do what
want
they
that.
did.
No, I'm just, no, what I'm saying though is,
Now, I'm no, I understand exactly what
yeah,
I'm
these
saying.
people are so
If
impressionable,
he ain't got it, what they got, you can't do what they do, ma'am. Stop trying to compare
but they
yourself to
can do what they do because your man has a small business, but it's on the rise. She can get half of it. You get what I'm saying? How on
But
impressionable?
but that only happens when you get married. If you do that together. If that man had that business before you got married, you don't have any rights to it.
It's called a
When you
prenup.
do,
If you don't got no prenup, she got all the rights in the
no,
world. She might fuck
no,
around and get your whole company.
where I'm from, they don't. If you
Well, it's
had
not where you're from. It's called the government, and the
no, the
government has
government
made
is
a
where
law
I
that
live.
says if there's no prenup in place, and that girl wants to be vindictive to you, and you got this thriving business, it's thriving, she can get 50 to 100%
Of
of
something
your
that you
company.
built together, not of something that you came into the marriage with. No, you cannot. You
Yes, you
cannot.
can. Yes, you
Okay.
can.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you
There
what
are
I
a
think.
lot of
Get it
couples
right
that
from that.
started companies together. The woman screened infidelity. Because she's the woman,
Again, they started the
she's going to
company
get,
together is the key. If he had the company before he married her, she has no legal rights to the company. It was his before he married her. No, she
But
doesn't.
if they don't have a prenup, she can't get part of it.
she could get half of that
They have to
motherfucking
sell
company
it. They
quick.
have to either sell it or she can get half of it. Yeah.
It's called living accustomed to the way you were living. And she's going to say, if I leave him with the company we built and I don't get to keep
Again, you're
living the
saying
way I
we
was
built,
living, I
not the
want.
company that he had.
Okay, you keep focusing on that word. The goddamn judge listened to the fact of her
Mm-mm.
saying, I can't listen, I can't live the way that I was accustomed to living when we had that company together. So I need at least 50% stake in that company. And if not, and it has to get ugly, my lawyers will get involved and I probably get 80%. I've watched it happen. Shit that had
Well, I've
nothing to
done.
do together. And
Yeah.
things that they have done together, they have gotten snatched.
That's like owning
Yeah.
owning my house, and then if I was to get married, I'd do a prenup because this is the house I
Is
have
your
lived
house. But
30
he can
years.
take her,
Yeah.
if he got the
Because
right lawyers,
if
he can take her out of her house and own her house. And she's now at an apartment trying to figure out how she gonna
that's
live.
right,
Mm-mm.
and you've
That's
been
how
there
this
for
game
30
is.
years.
That's
Yeah.
not.
That's why these girls hurry up and get.
No.
Y'all ain't notice how many people get married all day on your timeline. These girls is out for a lick. This is called the lick season. Women are out for licks. They are out for licks. They are trying to get married, get a baby, and got they boy.
And
You
what
gonna
makes
pay
you
me?
think Negroes ain't out for licks?
Man, you can't name me two people. You can name the first one, which is Mary J. Blige's husband. You can't name me a second one after that who can tell you that he's getting money out of his woman. You can't. It doesn't exist.
It do. You
Okay.
know what? Every time I talk to you, sir, you just seem so like you. I can't even say the words because you have issues with women because you all whenever you
No,
it's
I
always
don't.
the
I
woman. You
love.
don't
I'm
never say
always with
anything
a
about the man.
woman.
A man can marry a woman because of what she got. It ain't always a woman marrying a man because of what he got.
Yeah.
It's not always that at all.
Okay. So listen, in all due fairness, let's flip the script.
Please
He
flip it
marries her. She has the money.
and do.
He can still get half of her shit if she ain't on her shit.
Yeah.
I,
So
Yeah.
I,
where am I hating on a
You
woman
have
at?
to get
Because
a you
this
have
is
to
a
get
I
a
law.
can't see
prenup.
that.
You have to get a
I,
prenup.
This is a
I was
law.
told. From what I my understanding was, if you had it before you got married, it's yours.
No,
You
No,
have to once
no,
you
not
that does
build
not
once you
work.
together,
once
Just
you
like
get
you said,
married, it becomes
no,
marital property.
but
It
just
becomes
like you
marital
said,
no.
property.
Marital property is
Jess,
only that's not
Tina
marital
R. I
property
mean,
is
Tina
only
R.
what you get together. Marital property is
No,
not
no,
something
it's
that you
not.
No,
own.
Tina R. Listen,
No, it's
the
not.
same way that you brought up the same way about common law marriage, it be common law business.
Mm-mm.
You just don't get it. It's the same way as just because I've been around you this long, I'm entitled. Well, guess what? It happens the same way with business. She could not have her name on nothing and still get half of your empire.
No, that's not true.
It is very
Yeah,
true.
It's
it
not.
is.
What
It's
do
not.
you
Y'all
think
can
these
think it is
rappers?
true, and it's
Why
not.
do you think these rappers are
Absolutely
so
not.
caught up with all these no-name girls you have never heard of? Why do you think these black athletes are caught up with so many goddamn women you have never heard of, and they're taking 50, $60,000 a month, and you like, how the hell she get this kind of money? You don't get it, man. It's a cold game out here, Tina R. It's a cold game. And
Well,
when
that's because
people
the
get in
men
their
not on.
emotions,
But hey, that falls on the man not protecting himself. Why he ain't signed a prenup?
fact. Now you said 100% true, pure truth.
Yeah, stop
Men,
believing in
men
her.
so busy showing off or thinking they got it on lock. Man, Shawty ain't about to do nothing. Man, Shawty is at the lawyer firm with
Right.
15,000 lawyers about to take all your money. But stop playing around with it. Y'all
Yeah.
got to be careful of who you sit here and you make these vows with and you just openly loving. Because let's just say you're together for 25 years. Let's say it took you 10 years to get to the business that y'all built together. It took you 10 years to get there, and now it's a great business. You got 15 years. Y'all got problems in between them 15 years to the point where the problem outweighs being together. Now, after 25 years, and that woman has not had a prenup, that woman can go to that man and say, our business, and make up lies. Say he raped me, beat me, this, that, everything. She can make up anything. I cannot make this up. This is real shit. She can do that with the power of her lawyer and take 90% of that man's stuff. Literally. Now, the only difference is where people jump the gun on Candy and Todd. And they were like, dang, she had to give him all. Everything had to be even. So they had to use the equity of things that they had. She had to give that to him for the value to go up to an equal value of something. That's different. But a woman can come into a relationship in a marriage. Y'all start a company 10 years after you've been married. 15 years of success, she can leave you and take half of that company easily.
Yeah, because we started it together. Absolutely.
Easily. And there's no prenup. There's that cute wedding dress and them fake ass vows. And now we got lawyers.
Okay.
That's why I'm scared of divorce. I
Well,
have a
that's
rule
why you
though.
got to have your paperwork in the place. That's all. You got
Well,
to
I
have
got
your
a rule
paperwork in
anyway.
place. Well,
No,
the thing is,
I got a rule.
what?
When you marry me, you're signing like an NDA. You marry me, you're with me for the rest of your life.
Okay,
Mm.
that's what it's supposed to be.
We can live separated. You can have your little boyfriend and all that. You can't marry him because you're still married to me. So he can't get in.
It's a lot of
But
people like
until
that.
I die, you are married to me for the rest of your. We just said we're going to live and die for sickness and health, better or worse, and all of this, right? That means basically till we die. Well, then sign this paper because it sounds cute when you say it. It sounds cute when you say I did, and everybody like, oh no, sign this paper that say you're gonna be with me for the rest of your life.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be. If you get married, is to death do your part.
Okay, well, sign that paper that say that then.
And do say that. That's the paper you signing.
No, that ain't the paper I'm signing. My paper says otherwise. I don't trust the government.
It's supposed to say "to death do you part."
On the front of, on the top of it, it's gonna say, "If you fuck with me, you stuck with me."
Oh,
That's what it's gonna
That's
say.
your paperwork. But
Well,
yeah,
no, I'm
but
gonna say, I would say this though. Let me say this: the reason I feel that way is because I feel like when I get to that point, at the point where I'm really ready to take this lifelong plunge to just say we are a partnership, like all the way branded together. I have no plans, period, of ever doing her wrong. You see what I'm saying? So we don't have to go through ugly divorces and stuff. If you marry me, this is for life. This is a lifetime thing. If that's not what you own, cool. But I know for the rest of my life, I'm gonna stay faithful and do what I need to do and do right by your business ventures, even if it's my business that has nothing to do with you. I'm gonna always make sure you're a part of that, and that makes that. Because now, if we really saying for life, then we're gonna do this for life,
and that's all we've been saying
right,
from
that's what
the
it's supposed to
beginning.
be.
right?
That's
But
what
I'm
it's
gonna have a
supposed to be. But they
contract
gonna
saying
do
that
it.
But
you're signing a contract. It's not
but
a prenup. It's saying for life. That means my riches are your riches for life.
Okay.
okay, well
You
then
see what
see
I'm
there.
saying?
Okay.
But but there's no, you're not gonna be able to go run to a lawyer when shit gets bad and start saying, hey, because if y'all, let's just, we really didn't get into all that tonight. But do
You
y'all know how
shouldn't be
many of
going
these
to a
women?
lawyer. You should be able to talk to one another and try to reason among each other to see if you could fix the problem.
Right.
We
Because
should,
somewhere along the line there's a problem, but
we
sometimes
should.
people don't want to fix the problem. They don't want to talk. They just want to just let
We're
it go and
normal.
done.
It's three normal, rationalized human beings. Even if we're opinionated, we are smart individuals and intelligent, right?
Mm.
Everybody is not intelligent. So you can't just start running blind with love when this person is thinking on hustle. And people are good at that. They can fool you with that. But y'all know how many people do shit on purpose just to get the divorce, just to get the money?
Yeah, that's true. They do.
Mm.
So it's like, it makes a person like me who's never been married, over 40, weary. Because I'm like, what happens when it goes wrong? And then you don't know what type of new goddamn perk, what type of new loophole done came in. And then this girl coming to you with this loophole you ain't never heard of. And you don't work hard for your shit. Or I do it to her. And she's got her shit up. I found a loophole. Now I'm about to. It's now, love has nothing to do with it at this point. We're savages at each other at this point. That's not what marriage is supposed to be about. Money became the number one objective about weddings and divorce. We don't hear about love no more. We hear about divorces. And who gonna hurry up and get married? And nah, we separated. You be like, boy, that shit was quick. That was 6 months.
So I
Like,
want to get married again after divorce. I don't have. I actually love being a wife. I do like being married. I like the sanctity of marriage. I love everything about marriage. When I got married, my mindset wasn't where it should have been.
yeah,
But
you gotta grow.
yeah, so I do love marriage. I honor marriage, and I would love to be married
And
again.
I love
I
marriage.
didn't think that I want to be married again. I was for a long time. I was like, oh no, I don't want to be married again. I don't want to be married again. But you never know who come into your life and change your mind, or your way of thinking of, you know what, maybe I do want to get married again. So it's just, I love being in relationships. I do know that I love being in a relationship. I'm not a big dating girl. I don't like dating around
Yeah,
like that and stuff.
yeah,
So I
me
love
either.
relationships. So I can definitely see myself being married again. Now, us living together, he really gonna have to be a good one to be like living together
He's so
while married.
stupid.
See, this
He's
goes
so
the
stupid.
problem. Here we,
He's
you
so
bring it
stupid.
back up
See
the
what I'm saying? That's why
All
he's
right,
so
problem.
all right. I'll
stupid.
live with
I
him. All
cannot
right.
do this with
I'll live
you.
with him already.
You gonna live with him? Yes, you
Dang
are.
it.
Yeah, all this separated bullshit
Yeah,
these
no, we
new
not doing
age
all
people
that.
on, and then we're gonna hear about them in 3 years on TMZ about all of them getting divorces because
Yeah,
the
no,
shit
we're
didn't
not
work
doing
out.
that.
Like, I don't
Because you
want
can't
my.
become one in separate places. You
Because
can't
my
be.
thing is this: buy a big ass house, get y'all money up, buy a big ass house. Then
Right,
it's
you
so
gonna lay your
big you
ass
don't have to see
downstairs.
each other.
I'll
Yeah,
see you when we calm
yeah.
down.
we in the same house, but I don't have to see you like that, and you ain't got to see me like that. But ain't no way of fuck. I'm gonna give my wife freedom to
That
live
part.
by herself.
Absolutely not.
Are you fucking crazy?
Absolutely
Hell
not.
no.
We already had that show.
We
Anyway,
did.
our time is up for
Okay,
this
well,
show
wait,
right here.
hold on.
Y'all,
I didn't get my rendition of if I wanted to be married or not.
Do you
okay.
want to be
Do you want to be
married?
married or not?
Crickets.
More,
I
more crickets.
Just crickets.
I love
I
it.
Cat.
want I want to. God, okay. You know what? Okay, can't take y'all nowhere. But
Answer the question, man.
I mean, because that's something I could think on right quick. Give me that.
All right.
I,
All right.
I
He'll know next
definitely.
week, y'all. He'll give you the answer next week.
Now
Hold
y'all
that.
gonna know this week, so y'all can talk about it.
Don't bust that nut
I
just yet.
do.
He gonna come
I
next week
do.
with it.
I do want to be married. I do.
But you're afraid to get married.
I don't even like the word married. I like unified. I want to be unified and locked in.
Okay.
But I want to make sure that we sit down and all of our things that would not be conventional in a marriage or a union are
Hmm.
talked out, and we can agree on, okay, I can rock like that. I can rock like that. I can rock like that. And then when we come to an agreement, we go do it our way. The only thing I don't believe in is divorce. I just don't believe in it. I feel
Oh
like
yeah,
if
I'm not getting divorced this time either. We go. I don't care what happened. We in this
Yeah, we
together. We
riding it
living
out.
here.
We at an
We
age where
just
we riding it out.
tear your
yeah, 'cause I
behind
feel like
in
if
the
you
front
divorce a
room.
person, there was never
Settle with
no
that.
real love like
In
that
the first place, yeah.
in the first place because y'all were willing to walk away from it forever.
Yeah, we're
Right.
not
And
doing
so
that.
it
Not doing that.
wasn't forever love. And
Yeah.
I want something that's gonna be forever love. This is who I'm gonna lock in with and never, you know, sway the boat.
Betray
So
that
yeah.
the honor
All
of the
right.
marriage.
Well,
I got you.
So
well that
I do yeah, I always listen, trust me, when I if I do get married, you gonna see something y'all ain't know. Oh my Jesus.
Okay.
Whew.
all right. Well, we got it, y'all. That's our time right now. Thank y'all so much for listening to us every week right here to Tina's and a rock star. Tina, how they can follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram, classy underscore bald underscore queen. I'm also on TikTok, bald queen 60.
All right, you can find me at Tina B ATL on Instagram and hashtag TLA anywhere on Facebook. You'll find me.
Find me with your goddamn girl you want to get rid of. I will
Oh
goddamn
my
reassure
God.
her and make her a happy woman again. Uh, and you can follow me at rockstar underscore wonderland. And you can find me at Black Magic, BLACKMAGIC 2013. One word. IG. Holla at me.
All
Oh.
right, you guys. Thank y'all so much for listening. That is our show for this week. We'll see y'all next week. It's two Tinas and a rock
Anyway,
star.
I'm
Rockstar.
smoking. I'm smoking.
Ah, ah, ah.